Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Morning Gardener. And here I have a plant in front of me that's in my little hospital here. And it's mostly my fault. This plant was outdoors and temperature started going down to the 20s and teens. And it's in a container, so before it gets too cold in a container, in the ground, I wouldn't have moved it. I would have left it outside. But because it was in a container, I thought it'd be best that I absolutely bring it indoors. And that was not a great decision. But anyway, I digress. This is a grapevine. It now sells for about $30 at most of the stores, about $30. It's called a Neptune. And Neptune is a big white seedless grape. I want that part of my stock on my food orchard. Now, that being said, this plant is in the critical list right now. But I saw some signs of life a couple days ago, which was this little growth is coming out of the top of it here, which is that little white mark there. See it? That's growth. That's leaves getting ready to start. Then you see that little swollen above it is a bud that's getting ready to do the same thing that those leaves are doing in the bottom. Getting in the house is starting to warm up. And the grapevine is responding. All these weeds were in the container when I brought it in doors. I just simply pulled them out, laid them back down, which is chop and drop again. And the container is full of worms, which is another good thing. And I'm just waiting, folks. So you see that little bit of growth right there. It's going to be okay. And you got a bud coming up right there, a little bud above it. That's doing good, looking good and healthy. The main thing is not to overwater these plants when you bring them indoors. So I've been working on, not watering too much. So you poke your finger in the soil, medium, and if it's moist or a little damp, don't water it. Another thing is, when you're looking at a plant like this, once it gets going in the spring, I'm not going to have to worry about it. I'm going to repot it into a bigger pot. The medium that I'm using, folks, I make my own medium, my own soil medium, and this right here is some beautiful stuff. I did it myself. I make all my soil mediums, whether it be for seedlings or whether it be for plants in a pot. But this is going to be put in the ground, and I will mulch it real heavy with wood chips, and let it do its thing. It also will not be the scaffold that I'm going to use for it is going to be a what do they call that thing? It's going to be a let me get it right here, folks. I'm going to use a tree as a scaffold because I learned that little technique there from Food Forest Permaculture, and he gave it to me. I tried it with one a vine, which is a flameless grape, and it's doing immaculately well. It's growing up through a apple tree. So I want to throw that your way, folks, is that everything's looking good. And there's plenty of worms in this container. That helps it out. And I got the chop and drop going in a container. Chop and drop is the way to go. And so the worms will come up. That'll keep them fed. And then they'll, in turn, feed my plant. So that's how that works, folks. So take a look at it. I want you to remember how it looks. So when it starts leafing out, I'll give you another update on it. And you'll see it. Grapes are great to have. The price of grapes is through the roof. If you do not, and I'm gonna be offering these cuttings to people in the future. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Because I got three different variety of grapes, and I'm going to be selling. Going to be offering those to people who are interested in grapes. Grapes are healthy. Grapes are sweet. It's the nature's candy. This is the Morning Garden. Thank you very much, folks. And if you see this video, please leave a comment. If you liked the video, if you learned anything from the video, if you didn't like the video, put it up there. But this is for everyone out there that wants to learn a little bit about grapes. And this was, trust me, this is a little bit about grapes. This is just my thing. I love grapevines and I love to grow them. But this one here, I definitely got tired and stressed out on a lot of things I was doing. And I did not get a chance to care for this when it was out in the yard. It should have been put in the ground a year ago. But I kept saying, oh, I'll get to it, I'll get to it, I'll get to it. But now it's a deaf door, so I think it's going to be fine because I've been doing this for years, folks. And I think it's going to be fine. I'm not going to water it for another 2-3 weeks because this thing is doing quite well right now. So that's the Morning Gardener talking about his grapevine, which is called the, and I just said the name of the grapevine, but at any rate, you just wind the video back, you'll find the name of it. But it is a grape that I always wanted to grow and to get a big white grape that's seedless. And this one here is the one. Thank you very much, folks. This is the Morning Gardener. Thank you.